There are a lot of Bernie Sanders supporters going over to the Green Party as a result of sort of having two really bad choices and sort of kind of being rigged in a way, from the election. And so a lot of people going towards the Green Party, which is very understandable. So the main candidate, I don't think I don't know if he is the candidate of the Green Party or if he's running to be the candidate. But Howie Hawkins is sort of that guy that everybody knows from the Green Party right now. He actually offered Bernie Sanders the Green Party nomination, so that would be really interesting. I don't think Bernard's going to take it, especially not now. But this is something random. So apparently, Howie Hawkins' presidential account has been banned from Twitter. He says, FYI, Twitter has suspended our presidential account at Howie Hawkins 20, so we're communicating solely from this account for the moment. We are not sure if Twitter will accept our appeal. Stay tuned. So, really interesting stuff, as in, I don't really understand why they did this. I mean, if you go to the page, it's suspended. And, he even appealed it. He says, here's Twitter's rationale for shutting down our presidential campaign account. It says, it has come to our attention that your Twitter account is in violation of the Twitter rules, specifically the policy on impersonation. Impersonation is pretending to be another entity in order to deceive and is strictly prohibited. This account has been suspended and will not be restored. So I'm really confused because for me it's just like, what is he? I don't understand. What is he impersonating? He's Howie Hawkins. What on earth is going on here? And so I'm really trying to figure out, this must be a really bad sort of review because otherwise I don't really know what's going on here because it's a pretty easy review process to basically look at the Howie Hawkins presidential account, go to Howie Hawkins' own Twitter account and understand that it's Howie Hawkins, right? So it's really weird stuff what they're doing. I don't understand what's going on here, but it's definitely a pretty big deal. He says this is now the second time Twitter has suspended the Howie Hawkins 20 Twitter account. Really odd stuff going on here. I'm not sure what's going on, but this is definitely a pretty serious deal because he's a presidential candidate, and that's obviously a big deal because a lot of people are on Twitter. A lot of the messages go out on Twitter. All of the political stuff that happens online, for the most part, sort of happens on Twitter. That's kind of the forum. So you're kind of being unfair in that way, and so I'm hoping just for fairness purposes he gets his account back. I mean, this is sort of pretty unfair for a presidential candidate not to have a presidential account on Twitter. So hopefully, I guess your best bet if you want to get his account back, I guess at Twitter support and just write out that Howie Hawkins got banned and you want him to come back and like they're wrong. That's probably your best bet to try to get him to come back on Twitter. But really weird stuff going on Twitter. Not really particularly sure what's happening with this one. This is very, very odd and just sort of, I don't know, peculiar and random.